Welcome to Rebecca Sounds Reveille. If jazz could be a jazzy part of today, well, let's make that the way it is, because we've got a talented model, actor, singer, writer, producer, and director who's going to share with us things about her journey in entertainment. She is known for her roles in the Streetz, Panic in Detroit, Moth, Bloody Nuns, Bloody Nuns 2, and she even has some upcoming lead roles. In fact, one of them is in the role of a warrior, which is going to really create some new skills to add to her very colorful palette of talent, along with an offer for a lead role as Madeline De Nostradamus in an upcoming storyline and TV series called The Nostradamus Mission. She's been offered numerous lead roles, and one which is really, really exciting, her own completely funded television. Wow, it's an entire series on a major network, and she really wants us to be on the lookout for the pilot. The pilot for this particular series, and there's another one coming, but I'm going to let her share a little bit about that if we can get to it today. But it's Even Steve Incorporated. Really love the title for this. I can't wait to hear more, but this is not all. In fact, she is a talented musician, a vocal musician. In fact, she's worked professionally performing for high-end large parties, as well as major events in Long Island. She has been part of the popular duo team called Rock and Robin with well over, wait for this, 5,000 performances. And yes, her vocal favorites for this audience crowd are 50s, 60s, 70s, even later periods. But she can be heard on SoundCloud and her social media. Let's not keep her waiting to come onto the show to share more with you, or vice versa. That is why we're going to bring out now Natalie Peri. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me. Sorry, I got to wear my mask, but as there's roofers here, surveyors, it was supposed to come tomorrow because we had a leak in the roof and it was just a messed up day. But I'm here. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
I am so glad to meet and have you on the show. I've watched what you've been doing. We've been on social media as friends for a while. You are incredible, not only with what you do, but as a genuine a person. Your internal moral compass is absolutely incredible. And I know the audience is going to be wanting to connect with you, hear what you're doing. You have done so much. So I know between being able to discover how you are talented as a gifted vocal artist, as well as more, I've got to go back and say, hey, when did you start noticing all of these really beautiful gifts that you have?
When I was a teenager, I was always, I was shy at first.
Oh.
I was one of those girls who used to sit in the back and sing in chorus, and because I had a stuttering problem. But I love to sing. And so one day the teacher came in and said to me, I want you to do a solo. And I was very no. And because I was very shy, and I did a solo. And I think I still say this was all set up. As I was singing, the drama teacher walks in and says, wow, you got some voice, girl. And he goes, listen, we're doing a play and I want you to try to audition. I think, and this is for everybody that has a stuttering problem, this is the best way to get out there and get out of your shell is acting. It helped me, it will help you too. So I was very hesitant at first. So I would go in the auditorium some days and sit and my dog is destroying the house right now, my puppy. I would go in the auditorium and just watch people. And then one day when I went to my says, okay, I'm ready. And I sang a cappella, The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. And they were blown away. And he says, oh my God, what a voice, what a talent. And he says, we want to put you on the show. And I'm like, okay. And they wanted to give me the lead role. And I was like, no, can I just play one of the orphans? So, oh my goodness. So, and then after that, I started doing more plays, and then I started touring with a theater company. And I did plays all over Manhattan, all over New Jersey, all over Queens, this touring company. And we did originals, and we did other plays like Grease. And I can't even tell you how many times I played Grease. Rizzo and Sandy. I was in Chicago. I played Roxanne, because I love being on stage, and that got me out of, and that's what brought me into acting and singing and just, being out there. And then I started working for a talent agency, and I started reading scripts for a living. And I didn't know I had this talent that I could read a script less than an hour, remember everybody's lines, the plot, the theme within an hour, and remember everything.
Incredible.
So when I was on stage, I kind of had a feeling because there was one time I had to perform in Manhattan, and I went and I was about to go on stage, and I said, "Wait, one of the PAs came to me and said, 'Listen, the director changed your lines.'" I went, "Oh no, really?" I got so nervous, but when I read it, I got on stage and said my lines with no problem. And when I came off the stage, the PA was like, "Oh my God, you got that gift." To this day, I can't remember what he said. I don't know if it was Meisner or Kaminsky or Starsberg or something, but they said, "You have that gift." And my manager, Charles, who I love dearly, he goes that it's photogenic. And I said, "No, it's not photogenic, because when I sing, I need my lyrics."
Interesting. Yes.
Yeah, I can't remember things. Only scripts because, and so, yeah, so when I was working for the agency, I would have piles on my desk, and I would just go through them like instantly, like within an hour, 100 pages, 200 pages, one on this side. This is good. This is bad. And I would tell the agent, and I would tell the story. He goes, "How the hell you remember that?" I'm like, "I just do." Because every script, I envision me in that script and that character. And that's what I do when I read a script. I envision me in that character, and I become that character from beginning to end.
So when you read the script, can you hear the other lines? Is there sort of an auditory component internally going on?
When I read the script, no. I envision myself doing that part.
Okay.
And I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I always remember the line before what the person says, and then I remember my line after that. And then I remember the line after that, even if it's the other person.
This is really neat. Not everybody has this gift. In fact, I think this is quite rare. And this is just one of the other talents of many that you have. And it's beautiful. This is what allows you to be able to get those roles and get involved. Also be able to direct and produce your own work.
Right. Exactly. When I did the Streetz, I'll give you an example. We were filming, I think it was near Montauk, because it was like 45 minutes away from my house. And I was there from the morning, and then I drove all the way back home. And then I get a phone call as I'm just pulling up in my driveway, and he goes, "You have to come back." I said, "What? I just got home."
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah, but the other girl didn't show up, so we want to do another scene with you."
Ooh.
So the trooper that I am, I get back in my car, and I drive all the way back to the set. And he hands me a 3-page script. And you could even ask Eddie this. He'll tell you. He hands me a 3-page script. And I said, "All right, give me 30 minutes. I come out in 30 minutes. And I said my lines. And I even corrected everybody else's lines. Now, when I do this on set, when I'm allowed to, because if I'm the co-writer or even like co-producer or co-director, and I correct somebody because they said it the wrong way or they can't remember. I try to help them, and then right away they think I'm a diva, which I'm not.
Oh, I see.
Which I've been called that. "Oh, she thinks she's such a diva." No, I'm trying to help you. I mean, yeah. And even when I did a film in LA, I had gotten my lines 3 a.m. in the morning, and I had to be on set at 7. And this director was very intimidating. He didn't smile, so I was always nervous around him. But when he says, "Natalie, action," and I went into the room and said my lines, he was like, "Oh my God, that was fantastic." I made his day. He made my day. He made everybody else's day. Everything went smooth. Such a smooth day. In fact, that night, he came to the place I was staying at. I was staying at my friend who's a producer. He had a loft. I was on the second floor. And I'm in my pajamas, okay? My pajamas, no makeup on, my hair in a ponytail. And I'm looking at a movie on my iPad. And I hear the footsteps. I'm like, who's coming up? All right. And he goes in my, I said, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" Okay. I'm like, "What are you doing here?" You know? And he goes, "I just wanted to let you know how impressed I was with you today, because I wasn't supposed to get lines, but the producer says you gotta give this girl lines. You have to." And he goes, "I was very impressed with you today. I just want to let you know." We ended up talking for hours, how I got into the business. I'm over there holding my pillow. Toby there. He's at the end of the bed. I'm like this, holding my pillow. But we ended up talking for hours. And then the next day I saw him. He goes, "I hope I didn't make you feel uncomfortable." I said, "No, I was okay. I mean, I was a nervous wreck, but I was okay because I was laying there with no makeup on, you know?"
Of course.
In my pajamas. And and then when I did Bloody Nuns 2, Will had sent me the lines 2 days before, and it was 3 pages of dialogue. And when I got to the set and I said my line, he goes, "Oh my God, you remembered your lines." I went, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "Because you have no, I see." And that's why I keep working with him, and he keeps casting me. And people don't realize this, that I get referrals. I used to audition. I don't have to audition anymore because I get referrals because they know what kind of actress I am. You know, I'm not typecast. You know, I'm not typecast. I can do any role. I can play a mom. I can play a girlfriend. In fact, I played a mom in Moth, Matters of the Heart, who was a mom and she committed suicide. She hung herself. That day when I was filming, I had a bruised rib. And I don't know if you know what that feels like.
I do.
But that painful. So I literally had to stand on a bed, and I was on my tippy toes with the kerchief around my neck on the fan. And I was like this, swinging to make it look real. And I almost fell. I almost hung myself.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Really scary.
My own friends. Yeah. And she was like, "Oh my God, that was fantastic." Meanwhile, I'm like this, right? But it looked great in the scene. And so it's great when directors and producers just keep calling me, and casting directors just keep calling me and say, "I want to cast you in this, I want to cast you in that, I want to work with you," you know, because I get referrals from people that I worked with. They say, "You got to work with her. She takes direction well. She's a natural on camera. She has charisma, which you can't teach."
No,
you know, I don't take it for granted. I love it, and I'm not a diva. I'm not conceited about it. I do have a lot of training. You know, I went to HB Studios. I went to Performing Arts High School. I mean, I know my craft. So when I go on set, I'm prepared. I mean, there have been times, I'm not going to say which movie that I've done for almost a year, that I co-wrote. I didn't get the credit for it, and it kind of hurt me. I co-wrote the movie, and there will be people that I wrote scenes for, and I would say, "Please get back to me," call time, where to be, lines. And I would show up on set, sick, bruised, whatever whatever I did. In one scene of the movie I did, the Streetz, when I bruised my rib, I had to get in and out of a Porsche, but I did.
Oh.
I mean, they had to stop and go, but I was there. So when people don't show up, I'm like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" But there was incidents where people wouldn't, I don't say names. People don't show up and they're posting that they're on the beach on Instagram when they're supposed to be on set. And then the next time they come on set, and I'm like, why did you let them on set? So I would go to them and say, what the hell's wrong with you? And I've been on Universal and Paramount. I says, do you know that if you were on us in California on Paramount, Universal, or any of the major studios, you would not be allowed back.
That's it. Yeah. 100%.
Right away, I'm a diva.
Yeah.
Because I said
understand why there are so many people who say, hey, I want to be an actor or an actress. I am so good at this, and this is what I want to do. And I've done all of this, and they show up or not, show up late, show up not at all, not prepared.
Yeah.
Completely. Yeah. They want people to feed them the lines, or they'll say, well, I thought there was going to be a teleprompter here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They throw either a teleprompter or cue cards.
Yes. And I'm thinking to myself, are you kidding? If someone gives you the script, you better figure this out. That's what they're hiring you to do. This isn't
exactly.
This isn't. Yeah, we're not on. Okay, let's meet the celebrity without doing anything. No, you get there through hard work, knowing your craft, and continuing to acquire skills and new talents that allow all of these things to help you grow professionally. That gets you in the places that you need to do. And it's when you're on set, you're there to work. It's not a social. A
social media thing, hanging out, taking photos. I'm here. See, what I do when I get on set, I like to do behind the scenes. When I started asking questions. I would go ask the director, the producer, how do you do this? I would watch. And this is how I learned. I was always intrigued by what happens behind the scenes. In fact, my first short film I directed, starred in, wrote in, I didn't have the right equipment. I had my Nikon, my iPhone, my Android, and I'm in a park, and it was called Keep Your Sunny Side Up. And I had 3 people working the camera, and when I taught myself how to edit, by the way. Yeah.
This is great. This is great.
So when I went to edit, I heard clicking. I said, what's that clicking? It was my Nikon. The story was phenomenal. So I submitted anyway. I put music in the background. I made some parts black and white. I made it look very dramatic because it's a very intense scene. And they said, your story was phenomenal, but unfortunately the clicking, so it didn't get submitted the right way, which was fine.
Sure.
Yeah, but that was an experience. So then when I did Jessica Lives, I don't know if you saw that teaser, that trailer, I directed that. Yes.
I don't know why that didn't click with me, but yes. Okay.
I directed that. I also directed the trailer for Psych Ruins. When I hired an actor to come and play the role of the detective, kept saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. No, he never showed up. So I only had the equipment for one day. And I'm like, I had to think fast. And that's one thing I do. I improvise, very creative. I pulled somebody off the crew when I said, you're going to play the dead guy I'm going to shoot. He goes, but I don't want to be in front of the camera. I said, well, we're going to fix that. We're going to put a mask on you. Let's go to the store right now and go buy a mask. And that's what we did.
See, this is what makes film and entertainment really thrive, is when something seems like there could be a hiccup and the show must go on. So you got to figure it out. And it's really truly a gift that you have in so many parts to the things that you're doing that continues to elevate you. And I know you have something pretty major coming up here with someone who is really well known.
Yeah, I had gotten in touch with him. I had gotten in touch with, I'm getting texts like crazy over here. My phone hasn't stopped since then. Not that it hasn't stopped before that, but more like bombarded. I Scott Eastwood is attached to something, and okay, so he's another major actor. But then I had got in touch with Pierce Brosnan, and he's very nice. And we're gonna do a Skype soon, as soon as he's ready. And it's gonna be me, my producer, and my team. But first, it's gonna be me and him, one-on-one talking, and then the next one's gonna be my team. I am getting bombarded from people that I have never even seen on social media following me.
So
all of this is great. I
wanted to ask you about that. I'm kind of glad that we're going in this direction, because it seems to me that when you start getting, or a person starts getting a little bit more known publicly, and then a little bit more known, and then they're connecting with people that are very well known. There's people who've been kind of sitting on the sidelines watching, and all of a sudden they're connecting with you and they're asking for things from you that you don't even know these people. Do you find that happening?
Yeah, it's been happening since I posted. People that haven't even liked or commented on any of my stuff, asked me for favors. They want his information, which I will not give. I will never, ever betray anybody, any actor or actress that I know, even a friend. I don't give anybody's information out. I promise him that's it. It stays with me till my death.
Yes.
Somebody offered me a role out of the blue if I bring him in. I said no. Because I kind of got hurt by that, because I'm also an actress. You don't do that. People that I know, they want, that I'm already, have a nice relationship with. Sure, if I can cast you, I will. I'll even write a role in for you. I will, but don't come to me out of the blue, which I don't even know you, and say, can you get him to do this and get him to do that and get him to do this? And can you put him in this and put him in that? No, I'm sorry. That ain't going to happen.
I think that is absolutely disrespectful. And it shows, it just shows so much lack of value on their part, and so much sort of, it's all about me and nobody else. And what do I have to do to manipulate? And that's just not okay in any way.
In fact, when I saw that I actually got kind of hurt by it. Like, now you notice me because I got him on a project that when seriously, now you notice me. It's it's not. I kind of I felt bad, and I'm like, no, I don't want the role. And they were like very, very stunned by it. I said, no, I don't want the role. A lead role too. No, I don't want it.
Yeah, I would feel the same way. And part of it is simply because I want to be recognized for my own work, for the things and the skills and the gifts. Yes. And not because I'm riding on someone else's coattails. So I would absolutely be hurt. And maybe even a little bit more, because then I'm questioning, well, did somebody watch me and they don't think I'm that great? And this is the only, no, I can't do that. I need to be able to succeed on my own merit. And that's how I feel about things. And on the flip side, I am really a stickler for trust and not breaching that between somebody. People that start approaching you for these things, insight, gossip, tidbits, connections, that just does not fly with me at all.
No, I know. I was like, no, sorry, no. I turned a lot of things down, and it's, when an actor, even when I spoke to Sky, goes, please do not give my information to nobody. Done. Pierce, please do not give my information to nobody. Done. In the beginning, I used to have a conversation with Sylvester Stallone when I first started. And people were going crazy because he's the one who inspired me to write my first short film.
Oh.
And then he started commenting on Facebook in 2014. He started commenting on Facebook, and people started seeing this. Oh my God, you know Sylvester Stallone? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm like, stop, you know? So he had to get off Facebook.
Oh, that's too bad. That is really not okay. I mean, it's sad, I think, where people cross the line that makes it so somebody else's life has to sort of be hidden in some ways. And I don't mean that as far as they're completely reclusive, but people can't even, once they start making certain amount of publicity, it just seems like that intrusiveness becomes even greater than it was before, to the point where now they don't want to be involved just as a regular person doing social media or a regular person eating at a restaurant, because people just become so intrusive. And I don't understand why people don't recognize those boundary lines. If I saw somebody, which I have, very famous at different places, and I mean, it's great to smile, say hello, but I would never think to go up and just maybe park myself at their table and be like, what's going on? Hey, can you order me, a hamburger to go with this? And you know what I mean?
When I was in California, I saw that too. Yeah. I was like, whoa, who was it? He was, I can't remember his name. I couldn't believe he was just there with his family, and he got annoyed. He goes, listen, I just want to have lunch with my family. You know, I didn't go there. I didn't go up to him. I was sitting with somebody else. I was sitting with another producer, and I says, "Oh my God, that's so and so." And I don't, I never got starstruck. So, because I also worked on the set of, when I first started out, of Sex and the City, and that's a long story. But anyway,
how fun! We're gonna have to talk about that next time. Yeah.
A long story. They have teleprompters and cue cards for a certain actress.
Oh no. You got stories.
Days. I was in days waiting for her to say her lines. I'll never believe it. I could never forget that. But I won't say who though. But yeah, I mean, my life is like a roller coaster, but I don't know if you know this, but in 2020, I got sick. I think I told you.
You were telling me. Mm-hmm. Actually, a little while ago.
I flatlined.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It seems like when I woke up to a different universe. Because it's like every week, and I hope it keeps going. Every week I'm getting cast in this and that, and in movies and TV and this and that and blah blah blah, and offers coming to me like crazy, which is fantastic. Now these are the people that have been watching me and following me and do research about me, and they actually go on my IMDb and they look to see what I've done. They look at my reel, they tell me how good it is, this and that, blah blah blah. These are the people that I know that respect me for my work, not because who I know.
Yeah, they're following your talent, your growth, and it's a personal and professional growth that you have. And even you do a lot of getting people involved with things that you're doing. You'll post different, some of the vocals that you do on social media, not just say, hey, here, go here and make a purchase. You involve people so that they want to be part of you and they enjoy hearing you and watching you. Completely different than some of this other stuff.
Which was, I never thought that when I started Facebook in 2014 that I would get the response that people that are drawn to me. It's my manager told me this in 2015. We were at a LA table something with producers, directors, and managers, and I got up and I just started talking, and they were like a magnet to me. I was walking out of the restaurant and they were running to me, handing me their cards. He goes,
how neat is that?
A major superstar. He saw it then. I was like, no, So he's been comparing me to Marilyn Monroe since then. And I'm like, you're crazy. In fact, when I was in LA, now this is going to sound strange. I said, I went to her cemetery, did not know where it was, but I went straight to her. Straight
really?
To her. Yeah.
Oh, that gives me chills.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
My manager was like, oh my God. Did not know where she was, but it was like I was drawn to her or something. That I know. But he says he thinks I'm reincarnated because we have the same month of when she died of my birthday, but not the same year.
Okay.
And so it's like, and also Paul Walker, when I went to LA, because I love Paul Walker, no one told me where he was. And his cemetery was like a maze. I found it like that.
No problem.
No problem.
There is some different groups
Sure.
that do go to places and they look for celebrity grave sites and things like that. Are you familiar with those groups?
No.
Okay. You just have a knack.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very surprised. He goes, how the hell did you, even the caretaker was like, how did you find her? I said, I don't know. I just did.
And
I was very, oh, what is going on with this? I'm sorry. I was very, now I'm blind. I was very surprised. Can you still see me? Do I have the right lighting?
Yes.
Okay. I was very surprised that she didn't have a mausoleum. What is going on?
Yeah.
That she had just a normal plot on a wall with only 2 flowers in a plastic casing. I'm saying this woman is an icon. Why is she not in a mausoleum?
Uh-huh.
I was very surprised about that. But yeah, I was drawn right to her plot. And my manager Charles was with me on today. He goes, how the hell did you find her? I'm like, I don't know. I just did.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really interesting when we pay attention to our thoughts, our feelings, things that sort of evoke this directness. And also when we don't pay attention to that. And I think it's really important. You obviously have been able to identify and listen to those voices or whatever it is that catches your attention and you're able to focus and say, okay, this is what I need to do. If we did that more often, we would be protected from so many different situations that come up. And we would also be able to start really pursuing things that are beneficial to us. It's really interesting what that internal, that internal, I'm going to just use the word voice is because I'm not really sure.
Okay. I started talking about Marilyn Monroe and all my lights are going off.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I wanted to make a comment about that, but I'm glad you did.
Okay, Marilyn, I'm sorry. She's all over this room. That's why you can't see it because I have the background of the office. But this is the Marilyn Monroe room. Here's one of her. Can you see it? You can't, right?
Oh, I can.
You can, right?
Oh my goodness. This is chills again.
She is all over this room. I have frame, posters, pocketbooks, everything is all Marilyn in this room. I call this the Hollywood room.
Oh my.
Okay. And all of a sudden the lights start going off as soon as I say her name.
I saw that and I was thinking, what are the odds of that happening? But I just kind of, oh man,
she's listening.
It's crazy cool.
I love you.
This has got to be one of the best episodes, knowing that we've got someone who is so prolific coming in.
Oh my God. I thought about that instantly. I was like, what is going on with my lights?
Yeah, I wanted to say something and I just thought, no, but I'm glad you did because and I'm sure that those watching, we're probably thinking the same thing. And so we're all on the same page. That makes it true. We all see this.
I do have that gift when, that gift, like, now I wouldn't call it ESP, but I do have, I've been told this a lot. Like, I've been told this by a psychic, you have this gift when you know something's going to happen. And I've had it since a teenager, when I know when bad things are going to happen, and it does. It happens. I'm not scared right now. I'm actually very, how do you say, comfortable.
Okay, kind of peaceful, at peace with it?
What?
Kind of at peace with it?
I'm at peace, especially that the lights went off after I said her name.
That was chills.
Really, yeah, woo-hoo. No, she, if she's here listening, I'm honored. I really am. I'm looking right at her right now.
This is, I still have chills. I think that it was so, I'm honored too. This is amazing to think about her coming in.
That is, I know, right? She came in, I said her name, and the lights went off. Okay, she's like, I'm here. No, I'm not scared at all. I'm very calm, and I'm very calm right now, in fact.
This is really exciting. Do you think you will play her in an upcoming role?
I would love to play her. In fact, one of my photos, I put on a wig and I tried to imitate her, and everybody's like, wow, you look like Marilyn Monroe. And I'm like, no, I don't. And the more I looked at it, I says, wow, I do kind of. I did her lipstick the right way, her eyeliner. I mean, nobody can, unless you're a professional makeup artist, can, like in the movie Blonde, unless I have a professional makeup artist, I can't do her makeup like I want to. But I tried the best I could, and it actually came out really good.
So, Natalie, what do you have? The stuff you have coming up, you are posting on social media. So if those who are watching and listening want to check the things out that you're doing, you post on your stories and your reels all the time. Those go out, though, within 24 hours. So everybody's got to kind of stay on top of that. And the other stuff you do post constantly, and you're really very interactive, and everybody who's involved can see and share your journey. Where would you like them, though, to go and really connect with you?
They can go on Instagram. My Instagram account is with the @, N as in Natalie, T as in Tom, L as in Larry, P as in Peter, ERI. They can also go to my IMDb. You can just Google me, Natalie Peri, but PERI. Okay.
Yes.
I'm all over social media. It's amazing. You can even hear my songs on SoundCloud. You can even watch my shows. If you go on my IMDb, you could see my bio. You could see my reels. All my movies are on Amazon and Tubi. If you Google me, there's a whole 3 pages of Natalie Peri.
It's true.
You saw it, right? I was like,
it's true.
What are these sites? I was like, I looked at it one day. My friends were like, my friend goes, do you know that you're on this page? I'm even on a page where somebody took an old photo of me on a rock in Vegas, and they showed my feet.
What?
And I'm like,
I didn't see that one.
I had sandals on.
Oh, I didn't see that photo.
It must have been like 1,000 people looking at my feet. I'm like this, and I have sandals on, and I'm on a rock, with a tank top and shorts, and they show my feet. They say, look what beautiful feet she has. I'm like, oh.
You would have, some of the stuff people come up with, you're like, I would have never thought of that. If I thought that was a thing, I would have been taking pictures of my feet a long time ago. Who would have thought?
Seriously, I'm on this, then there's this thing, watch, meet celebrity. I'm a celebrity.
Yes.
Celebrity Natalie Peri. Watch her. Yeah, like I said, it's just an amazing feeling when you see that after how long I worked so hard, and it just keeps happening. And I want to thank everybody that has casted me in the last few months. There's a lot of names, and I cannot say them now.
Yes, and some of them are kind of for the moment too.
Yeah, but like The Lost Ship and Sanduke as Professor Natalie, and also producer and associate director. They just made me because of what I know how to do. And I'm doing a lot of movies with Will Colazzo, and I'm doing a lot of films with Jonathan Moody, who's a horror fanatic just like me. Mm-hmm. I'm doing movies with Kevin McDonald and Tony Todd. And the TV series that I'm trying to get off, the one that I was offered is Even Stevens. That's Even Stevens Incorporated is about an ex-detective who was in the military, that's me, and an ex-cop people hire them to get revenge on people that did them wrong.
Oh, this is going to be fascinating.
Yeah, so that's the story that
I'm interested.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And there's going to be, it's not going to be like a drama. It's going to be more like comedy, because there's going to be like, there's going to be tricks and, how do you say, not gimmicks. Something like they're going to be tricked a lot, and people that did them wrong. And there's a word for it. I can't remember right now. But if you read the plot on my IMDb, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that's going to be, once that gets off the ground, I don't know when that's going to be, but I'm trying to get, the script is in writing now. My partner, Charles Brooks, is in writing now. And once that gets done, then we're going to start, trying to get investors, obviously.
Love it.
And yeah, I mean, it's just, amazing. And I'm also in another movie called Aqua Diablo, which means Red Devil. And it's an alien movie. And I play a military NASA government person.
Ooh.
So
that's going to be a fun role.
I can do horror, comedy, suspense, mystery, drama, you name it, I can do it. And that's going to be an interesting role too. And there's just a lot of stuff that, I got to literally look at my IMDb to even tell you what I'm doing. This Saturday, I'm filming Bloody Nuns 3 with Will Colazzo, and I don't know who's going to be there this Saturday. We're actually filming in Brooklyn in a big studio, and I'm playing a TV sleazy producer who's a drunk.
Ooh,
who drinks from a flask. So I'm going to be drinking from a flask like nonstop.
That's actually going to be a really interesting role, because not many females play a role in that respect, as well as drinking from a flask.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing my lines of drinking at the same time, and like that. And he goes, this role is going to be very comedic, because he knows I can do comedy. And I says, oh boy, I'm going to have fun with this role. I says, you want a drunk? You can get a drunk, and I don't drink, so.
This is good. So is there some cushion for improv in there?
Oh yeah. Oh, well,
this is great.
Yeah, that's what I said. When he told me this and sent me the script, I said, oh boy. I said, so I could do what I want? He goes, yeah, play with it.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Boy, I'm definitely going to play with it. I said, there might even be some falling down too.
Well, you've learned how to do some stunts now, especially for your role with a warrior. You've got some new things going on.
Yeah, but I also did a lot of my stunts in the streets, where I drove the cars, and I actually broke my finger on one of the stunts that I did. I actually was my idea. Okay. I'm crazy. My idea was to hang out of a car, actually on top of the roof, but he had me hang out of the car of a van, and my hand was on the top rack of the van. And,
Okay.
and the guy that drove the car did a 360 spin, and I almost fell out of the van, and my pinky got caught in the rack, and I broke my pinky.
Oh man. That's
but I
just
still
painful.
did the scene. I still finished it. Then there was one scene in the streets where I'm walking in the casino. This was fun. It was not fun, but it was fun. I'm walking in the casino scene. I have my high heel shoes on, which I still have more than once. I think I might sell them. I'll never wear them again. I walked in, and it must have been the rug that I tripped. I literally fell through 2 tables with glass.
Oh gosh.
A long table with full of glass, and there was this wobbly table that was wobbly the whole entire time. I grabbed onto that table so I wouldn't fall onto the ground and hit my head. That table saved my life.
Oh my gosh.
So the first thing I said when I got up, I said, "Did everybody get that? Did everybody have that? They were all extras in the scene," which I signed a lot of autographs that day. I said, "I don't care if everybody posted it. To me, that's funny." They literally picked me up like Cleopatra, because I hurt my knees and I sprained both of my ankles.
Oh my gosh. Now, were you cut up too?
Yeah, I was. Oh, please, choose. So they picked me up on 2 chairs, like Cleopatra, brought me to the table. One guy, I'm going to say his name because, I thank him all the time, Joseph Giantano. He took off his bandana and wrapped my ankle around so it would be tight. Okay. He was an extra in the Streetz.
Oh.
And he goes, "You still want to go on?" I said, "Hell yeah." I said, "Let's get this over with."
Yeah.
Another guy went to get Advil because I was in so much pain. But the rest of the scene, I did no more walking. I just sat at the table and I finished that scene. To this day, I have not seen that scene. I don't watch my own movies. That's another thing. I don't watch myself. I never watch my movies.
I understand this because I don't go back and watch my shows. Every once in a while, I have to do something, based on post-production or something, but I don't. And people say, "Why don't you do that?" But I'm with you on this.
Yeah, that's another thing. Well, I think where the shyness comes back a little bit. Like when I filmed Panic in Detroit in Wisconsin, I don't know if you saw that movie. I played a prostitute. I literally kicked the guy's ass on the ground, kicked him in the groin, and banged his head on the ground.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I get into my roles very deeply.
That's good. That is really good.
Yeah, and when I was sitting in the theater and I had on a red gown, beautiful red gown, it was the premiere. I had on a red gown, and the girl next to me, she was so happy, blah, blah, blah. She dropped her wine on my dress.
Okay.
And I sat there I missed my scene because I was about to look up because I was, because I'm in the
Oh, no.
And I was about to look up when she drops the wine, and I said, "Oh, well, I missed it." So when it came out on streaming, I watched it. The Streetz I had to watch because I'm in the whole entire movie because I'm one of the leads, and I'm sitting in with the director next to me, and I'm like this the whole entire time. He goes, "You got to look up. Open your eyes." My eyes were closed. He goes, "Open your eyes." I open my eyes, and I'm coming out of a pool in a white bikini. I said, "Oh, great, my white bikini." My first look up. But the response that I got when I came out of the premiere, everybody came to me and said, "Oh my God, you were great in that movie. I want to cast you. I want to work with you." See, when I get that kind of response from a director after filming a scene, if the audience is happy and the director's happy and everybody's happy, I don't need to go to the premiere and watch myself. I think the shyness comes back because, that way. And I think I have that, what was that word? I put myself down. Like maybe I'll say to myself, "Oh, I could have done that thing better." I think, but luckily the directors that I have worked with, like when we filmed Amityville Thanksgiving, which I'm total lead female, I shot 20 scenes in 2 days.
That's pretty intensive. Wow.
That's why they call me one take Natalie. Because I can do 1, 2, 3 takes, one scene, I'm done. Next scene, go. Let's
do this.
I did crying. I screamed so good that they were like stunned at my screaming. No special effects needed. That everybody in the cast and crew were like, holy shit, did you hear her scream? So now awesome. He called me, he goes, oh my God. Like he did not know how, he goes, I knew you were a great actress, but you're phenomenal. He goes, you are one of the best actresses I ever worked with. And the screaming, especially the screaming, because I screamed and like cried, screamed, up and down the stairs, running up. I did a lot of activity, pains. And the third day that I filmed, because I have stomach problems, the third day of filming, I was sick. But they were so nice. They were so nice about it. And I was sick to the point that I turned pale. And he goes, you okay? I said, let's just do it. And no matter how sick I felt, I did every scene to the max.
Boy, this is really exciting. I cannot wait to hear about some of the other adventures you had. I cannot wait to hear about some of the upcoming things that are getting ready to make their debut, as well as other projects that you've got coming up. And I cannot wait to have you back on the show. So we're going to have you again really soon. I know that our time is kind of up now, but let me ask you again to share the best place for everybody to connect. And that's IMDb as well as Instagram.
Instagram, Facebook. I'm on TikTok now. I finally reached 147 followers. Yay!
Yes.
I just started that, I don't really post on Twitter too much, which I should, but I don't. But all you do is gotta Google me. But basically, IMDb, Instagram, and Facebook. Oh, and I'm on LinkedIn too now.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that too. So I'm on LinkedIn and I post there, and I have a lot of people following me now on LinkedIn too.
That's the place, actually. Yeah, the LinkedIn. There are a lot more.
I got people asking me questions there too. You think I can have a small role?
Oh no, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Well, I want to thank you. I'm going to say something to the audience in a minute, but I just want to thank you so much for coming on. And I know that you've got a lot going on over there, and your time to me has been so valuable and insightful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I want to thank everybody. You know who you are. Everybody that who just recently cast me, wants to work with me, and you know who you are, and all the projects. I love you. Okay, I it's just too many to name, but you know who you are, because I say it all the time. I get very heartfelt, and I have a big heart, and I just appreciate what is happening, and I thank God every night, every day that He saved me. He gave me a second chance for a reason. Yes. And here I am.
Yes. And you've shared so much.
My lights go off again.
I know. Yes, I know. And you've shared so much, so many valuable things that I think people are going to be able to utilize. And I am just jazzed. And I want to thank all of you for taking some time out to get to know Natalie today. And I know that there are some people who are just now starting to connect. Just remember, we all have some boundaries, and we got to respect those lines. And whether they're a celebrity or if it's just somebody that's at the office or somebody in your community, everybody likes to be respected and have a little bit of privacy. And also for those who just embrace the opportunity to get to know each other like Natalie, show them the love, the support, and the all the kudos that they deserve. Natalie's one to be on the radar for, so get connected with her. Take a peek at what she's got going on and see how much she's going to be able to really make a difference in your life. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure that you connect.
I've got to tell you, I'm also nominated for Influencer Entertainer of the Year.
Yes. Congratulations. When is the
I think it's going to start in April or May, the voting, which I was very surprised when Eric Zulli nominated me for. And because I've been interviewed over 50, you're my 59th interview.
Whoop, whoop, yes.
Okay. And I have a lot more coming up, but because I've been interviewed so many times and, and I try to help people, like I said, if you have a stuttering problem, if you want to get into acting, watch my interviews.
Yes.
I will help. By me telling you what to do will help you. Okay. Stuttering, go into acting or singing because you have to get out of your shell. That is one way to do it.
I love this. And if the voting is open up to people that are on social media, please make sure you follow so you can put your vote in.
There's going to be an app. It's going to be publicized, and it's an honor to even be thought about that, because I would never think of myself as that. I would, like I said, all these things are happening. I'm like, wow, I'm honored and stunned, and I take it to my heart, it's just amazing,
This is absolutely exciting.
Yeah,
it is. I'm
practicing for my speech for the Oscars.
Yes. And on every one of them. And here's what I'm going to say about my show. Out of the 59, I got Marilyn with you. And I am so excited about that.
I think so. I really do. I was totally out of concept, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, this was so, I mean, this was so unscripted.
That's the best thing.
I know.
With unscripted stuff, I loved just to do an improv and have it unscripted, but that was totally out of the ordinary.
I know. Extraordinary, out of the ordinary. This is it. Love it. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me, and I would love to be on your show again.
And just wait.
And hopefully no more extravagances.
I know. This is so exciting.
What a day. My roof. I can't believe that. That was totally weird. Yeah, she's definitely looking up at all the walls. So she's in here. Okay, I got to say.
And I got chills again. So this is so cool. I love it.
Good chills.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing creepy, just really good. Like, wow.
I know, right? So that was totally that was wild. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And thank all of you. And we ask that you get this out and into the hands of other people that you know, family, friends, everybody on social media, including everybody that you don't. Thanks for tuning in.